Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. This is a very intriguing matchup. One team that earned the right to host this game and enjoyed tremendous crowd support against another team that slipped into the playoff, trying to establish a tradition now of upsets in the first round of the CFP. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the USC Trojans, taking on the number 6 seed in the playoff, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. He's tackled at the 17. So leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They're going to run it. Finds room at the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game. Boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. And now the handoff. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
A gain makes it second and medium. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Makes a quick grab. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route. You prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
And the Tigers' offense is on the move now. On first and 10, looking to throw. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Oh, it's incomplete. Almost a disastrous play here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up second down.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
So second down after the incompletion. He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Needs a completion here on 4th down. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense, as the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's intercepted, trying to fire it into a tight window. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Last time out there, they got stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost him anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. First down, looking to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on them. Right now, the defensive coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
They'll run the option. Quarterback keeps the football. Finding some room at the 25. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. And the player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or they check him out. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. Running back with the football. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff to the right side. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
They'll try the option play here. He'll toss it to the back. And he'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Timeout, USC.
Fourth down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's got it. A fourth down conversion. Drive stays alive. It'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a cornerback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Second down play coming up. Handoff from the shotgun. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Finally brought down at the 7. Sets up a first and goal here. Well, they finally corral him, but he was untouched at the line of scrimmage. Kirk just burst through a big crease.
I'm going crazy on my defense. Like you said, this guy was untouched. I don't know how they were able to finally catch up to him and bring him down, but just no excuses at all from the defense after a play like that.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson 7, USC 0.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Runs through the defender. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big 3rd down coming up.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
And it's good.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, the football's fumbled. It's a turnover. Touchdown, SC. A fumble return for 6.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out, and it gets him a touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left. Powerful Clemson offense is back out there. And the single back takes the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. The quarterback making some changes at the line. On third down, he drops to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
The Tigers will bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. And the returner steps out. They'll mark the football right there. Here comes the USC offense back on the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. An inside give now from the shotgun. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the handoff. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
That back just had nowhere to go. Gotta give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
And the Trojans will have 1st and 10 here. Heavy blitz look here, pre-snap. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Defense not pressing this time. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Now rolling out to his left. The pass is intercepted. Not a long return, but the important thing to take White's out of scoring threat. The offense will take over from the 29.
Now, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Oh, there's the stiff arm. That run moves the ball across the 35.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. The defense with more pre-snap movement. He'll hand it off. Fights off a defender. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. The shotgun handoff here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Offense getting set. It's second down. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he's taken down way behind the line. It'll be a huge loss here. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. And the Tigers will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And that sets up a return. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Can he make it? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! A punt return for a touchdown in a playoff game. That's a moment we're not going to forget for some time.
We won't forget about this one, and I don't think I'll ever forget the blocks that helped get him loose to be able to score this touchdown. He's going to get a lot of the credit. When they go back and watch the film, I think he's going to give an assist to the entire unit.
And they'll set up with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more.
That makes the score USC.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. We'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. Snags a quick throw. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain. The Tigers hustle to the line to run the hurry up. They'll change the pre-snap look now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
One more play before they head to the locker room. Keeping it on the ground here. Oh, and he breaks free at the 10. They finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half. The Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Tigers will kick this away to get the second half going. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. Pop pass on the jet sweep. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
They lose yards on first down, so second and long from the 16. Handoff here from the shotgun. He's swarmed by the defense. So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Well, I'll say this. This defense went in at halftime, made some adjustments, and they look like a different group here in these first few plays.
And the Trojans will have to kick it away. That's the first punt of the afternoon for this offense. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Offense will keep it on the ground here.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. As a design quarterback keeper, the junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. but it's incomplete, and that will now bring up 4th down. The Tigers come up to the line in a hurry-up. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. This football incomplete and a turnover on downs.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the USC offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackle is made, but it's a big gain. They'll move the ball to the 25-yard line.
Hey, great throw here by this USC quarterback, but how about the catch by the wide receiver? And, Chris, we've been saying that for decades when it comes to USC and their wide receivers. What incredible history, going way back to Len Swan. I know he was a Steeler, but it all started when he wore that USC uniform. Keyshawn Johnson had a brilliant career. So did Robert Woods. And how about Amon-Ra St. Brown and the job that he did when he was at SC?
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
And the Trojans pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there.
He's tackled at the 9-yard line. Second down.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the option play. And the quarterback can't even get the pitch off. That play goes nowhere. Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will he have to settle for 3? And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field in that 3rd down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's 4th down and long.
So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. He made good on his first attempt. This one is from 40 yards away. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And they add to their lead.
Snap, The hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that call.
So behind the 6, 2nd and long from their 14. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Caught near the sideline. It's White. And the Tigers will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's going to take off here. Fighting him off. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down now.
Now, 4th down.
Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. They'll try to run it with the option. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, you can't criticize this coach for being too conservative, can you? This guy's going for it on 4th down deep in his own territory. You have to have the utmost confidence in your offense to be able to execute that. And in this case, they proved him right.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. The shotgun run call. Breaks loose at the 40. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a 1st down as the clock runs down here in the 3rd quarter.
USC 20, Clemson 7.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And he scores. Touchdown, Tigers. That's an important score. We've got a 1-possession game now, Kurt. This game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
Gets into the end zone. The 2-point conversion makes it a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there.
USC offense will take over. First and 10.
And here comes the USC offense back on the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Play action here on 1st down. Going for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted. A crushing play. Can he take it all the way? Out past the 30. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Touchdown, Clemson. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter. And the offense will stay out there for a 2-point try, trying to build the lead to 3 points. Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll run it into the end zone. The 2-point conversion pushes the lead up to a field goal here in the fourth quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive.